Welcome back to the wildest ride. On today's episode, we're here at California Adventure. We're gonna show you what's changed since the park is open. And starting with here, the entrance. Do you remember the California letters? They changed the entrance to look like Hollywood Studios. Yeah, this was in 2012 when they redid all the inside, but we'll talk about that when we get in there. In 2012, Disney decided that they were going to change the entirety of this entrance plaza and basically this whole street here, which is now Buena Vista Street. I think they were trying to shake the old aesthetic, trying to get rid of the abomination that was 1.0. Although I did enjoy 1.0. They decided to go with more of a 1930s LA aesthetic. So when Walt arrived in LA, basically. And there you go. That used to be the Golden Gate Bridge where the monorail is going there. Now it's kind of more like the 6th Street Art Deco bridge that you see in LA. So I've been coming here since 2001, literally when they opened. You have not. Even though you've been through different iterations of this park already.
Yeah.
I have been through all of it. Buena Vista Street was put in 2012. All this was changed out, obviously. This used to have a train-themed restaurant and a train-themed candy shop, similar to like an Amtrak train. That's what kind of looked. I'll put in some video from back in the day here. The fountain wasn't here, but instead of Carthay Circle, there was just a big sun statue.
Yeah.
You remember the sun statue? Apparently, it reflected where the sun was at, so the statue moved as the sun moved in the sky, and there was a fountain with it. So, yeah, we're gonna go through the park, and obviously with all the changes that are coming, I kind of wanted to document what the park is currently at its state now, before it changes even more. You know, look at Mickey. There's Mickey.
Change coming. There's no shit.
Well, as you can see, the boss is still the boss. So.
Yep.
So none of this will change with I guess 3.0 coming out for now. So we'll head over to the left to Hollywood, which is surprisingly still basically an original from the opening of California Adventures. So Hollywood has not changed yet. There are certain things that have changed in Hollywood, but the land itself, there used to be a big awning, like a big awning right here, which is now gone. That said Hollywood Land. This is now kind of more open, so we'll go through that and show you the changes. Alright, so all this is for the most part the same. PhilharMagic wasn't here before, but Muppet Vision 3D was, which you know, was a fan favorite, and obviously now it's gone in Hollywood Studios, so it's not anywhere now. Let's start a petition to get it back in here. I think it'd be great to put it back in here. But then here you go, you got award wieners. When we turn left over here to the actual Hollywood Studios, we'll show you what's coming and what's already changed since the beginning part. I don't even know what the iteration is. 2.5, 2.4? Is this Disneyland, or is this DCA 2.4? Is that where we're at right now? Well, from 2003 to 2016, the Hyperion Theater housed Aladdin, the musical stage show, which to me was my favorite stage show that they had here at the Hyperion.
Yeah.
Afterward, they had Frozen. Then they had the Rogers musical.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what's changed there. So here we are. Technically, this is the Hollywood backlot. Themed to a Hollywood backlot. if you didn't get that. You see here, you have sound stages and all that here. this has always been themed to the back lot, but the most notable change being Monsters Inc. However, Monsters Inc. wasn't always Monsters Inc. It was probably the most infamous and terrible attraction Disney's ever built. Superstar Limo. So while we're at DCA, it's still the 70th anniversary. So we're getting some 70th anniversary waffles, Mickey waffles, which
Birthday waffles.
yeah,
Look like.
yeah. So we'll see how this goes, and we'll give you a little review on it. What is that? Is that frosting?
I don't know.
Looks like frosting.
frosting. It's like strawberry frosting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it tastes like strawberry.
You have to like dip and eat.
Oh.
Oh, you got a little surprise there. Okay. What is that, raspberry?
I don't know. It's like fruity.
Okay. I would have guessed that, but. All right. All right, so just had the Mickey confetti strawberry waffles from Schmoozies. I don't know what they're called. They never said they were stuffed. So when you bit into them, you got a nice little fruity surprise. And she doesn't like that. So
I'll still give it like a 5. It's still good.
I loved them. I thought I gave it like I would elevate it to like in the 9s. I'd say it's like an 8.8. I would have elevated it into the 9s if they would have just not given me sprinkles on it. Because I hate sprinkles. Sprinkles are the worst. They're pointless. They're just very sugary little objects that get in between your teeth. I hate them. So, but anyway, the waffle was warm. Like the cream or the fruity filling was good, and the icing wasn't really icing. It was more like whipped cream.
Yeah. It's like a strawberry flavor.
Yeah, it was really good. It was like strawberry whipped cream. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. So I would go 8.8. I thought that was really, really good. So I say get them. If you like stuffed stuff, like jelly donuts and all that, I'd say definitely get it. If you don't, then stay away. Probably. Yeah, so anyway, that was good. Continue on our journey through the park. There have been 3 major changes to Hollywoodland. One of them being right behind me. Monsters Inc. changed from the worst ride maybe in the history of Disney. I would say this is an upgrade.
Yeah.
I don't know, would you agree?
I think it's the cutest.
It's cool.
I love this ride.
But unfortunately, it is about to go. This whole area here, all this right here, is about to be Avatar. So, unfortunately, things have to go sometimes to make way for new. And, yep, this is on the chopping block. However, this is the only significant ride on the chopping block. Every other thing going away isn't anything major. This is the only thing. So we're basically getting 4 new e-ticket rides for Monsters Inc. If you stand underneath the Hollywood Studios archway here, and then you look to your right and look up, you may notice a little bit of a tribute to Mr. Dr. Bunsen over there, up on top where the railings are at.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, as that used to be Muppet Vision 3D.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I may have to use my phone for this shot, so let's do this. There you go. So there you go, a little bit of a hidden little Easter egg for you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
So obviously the 3 major changes. We've covered 2 of them, and we'll carry you on over to the 3rd major change of Hollywood, which actually was the latest addition to it, and is no longer a part of it. What am I talking about? The Hollywood Tower of Terror.
Horror.
The Twilight Zone, Hollywood Tower of Terror, to be exact.
The terror.
Now, in my opinion, superior ride is this. I like this more than I did the Hollywood Tower of Terror. I know aesthetic-wise, I think you prefer Tower of Terror.
Yeah.
We love the one in Florida, but this is not the one in Florida. Like even when this was Tower of Terror, it was never what it was in Florida.
It's a different ride system.
So I'm okay with this being Guardians.
Yeah.
And us going out to Hollywood Studios and riding. You know, as long as they don't touch that one,
Yeah.
we're fine.
That
We're
one
good.
is the superior one.
By far, yeah. Very much so. But I do enjoy this ride a lot. At the moment, though, they're only running, I think, 2 of the elevator lifts. Is why this line gets extremely long right now. 70 minutes.
Crazy
Long, yeah. So we're going to keep on going this way. And obviously one of the major changes since the park has opened is this area here, which is currently now Avengers Campus. But back in the day, it used to be A Bug's Land.
A Bug's Land?
A Bug's Land, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So instead of Flick, you meet Captain America now. You know? So instead of Heimlich, you get
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Thor, brother! So now the Avengers Vault is the newest thing to come to Avengers Campus. I love Avengers Vault because the first time we saw the merchandise in there, that was at Epcot.
Yeah.
That was the exit shop to Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
Cosmic Rewind. These blue walls are not theming. They're not part of the theming here. This is actually construction walls. With the lights hooked onto them, this is going to be a long haul thing, obviously. But we got 2 attractions coming to this part of the park here, this part of Avengers Campus. We got the e-ticket Avengers ride, and then the Tony Stark claw ride that's supposed to like twist you around and stuff. So Avengers Campus is getting a little bit of an upgrade, a little bit of a facelift. The only attraction to open with Avengers Campus was Spider-Man Web Slingers. Obviously, if you're not counting Guardians, which was already pre-Avengers Campus, but the only new ride that opened with Avengers Campus was, yes, Web Slingers, which is a Spider-Man themed shooter style attraction where you wave your arms in front of a sensor, and it makes it look like you're shooting webs, and highest score, you know, blah blah blah, stuff like that. I find it fun, very tiring. It's re-rideable just based off the fact that you can get scores. You can go over to web suppliers and buy like gadgets and stuff that will enhance the ride experience, but it's very pricey. But I think it's a fun ride. I enjoy it. I still think the one at IOA is superior, but I think this gets way too much hate. All right, well, continuing the tour of DCA of the past, this whole area used to be themed to agriculture. It was tractor and farming themed. I used to love it. Very, very state fair. You know, like think about like you just learn about agriculture and farming and growing crops and stuff like that. Now you learn how to fight villains and stuff like that. That for the most part's the same. The winery stayed pretty much the same, so no changes there. Part of the 2012 redo of DCA, the biggest addition and probably the best addition was Cars Land. Cars Land is a Cars themed land, obviously. If you can't get that by the fact that it's called Cars Land. Radiator Springs, themed to Radiator Springs from the movie Cars, which is, you know, not everybody's favorite movie, but it's everybody's favorite land.
Yeah.
Like it's a really cool place. It's very accurate. Not obviously not to the T, but they got a lot of what you saw in the film. And it's good that it's twilight right now because the lights are currently on. So it's obviously better with the neon on. This land, it's very small. I wouldn't say it's small. It's very, very narrow. But it's got 3 attractions. You got Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, which is a predecessor to Ass out in Studios. And then you got Luigi's Rollickin' Roasters, which is a trackless dancing car attraction. Which, okay, it's fun though. But infamously it was the second, before that, it was the second iteration of the flying saucers. So, for people that didn't know that, Disneyland back in the day, back in the 50s, used to have a ride called the Flying Saucers, which was created by Bob Gurr. And it was, kind of think of air hockey. It's like you're riding on an air hockey puck and you're floating around. And they tried the second iteration of that here, and it just didn't work. At first they had big giant beach balls to throw at each other. The beach balls were kind of flying everywhere, hitting people off the ride. So they decided to take out the beach balls. Then it just became a boring attraction because you go really slow, you kind of bump into each other. It's very difficult to control the vehicle. Nobody knew how to do it, so they decided, best bet is to just make a new ride. But the e-ticket, the best thing in this land is obviously Radiator Springs Races, which is a racing style attraction where you're going through Radiator Springs and Ormond Valley and all that. It is the same ride system as Test Track at Epcot. As you see, Flo's V8 Cafe there. Beautiful. People dancing. The vibes here are great. But this will normally have a 60 to 120 minute wait constantly. Like, this is consistently the longest wait in the park. So, when was the first time do you remember your first time when you rode Radiator Springs? No?
I just remember I was blown away.
You remember your what?
I was blown away.
Yeah. So, this is the, which I think it's down right now anyway. This is the ride, the attraction that is pretty much everybody's favorite here. Anyway, we head back this way. To be honest, there was really nothing here before. This was part of the agriculture area of the park, so this was just an addition without subtraction. It was great, This is what you want. This is what if you're a fan, this is what you dream of. This phenomenal addition without the subtraction of a beloved ride. So we're here at San Francisco. This used to be themed to Pacific Pier, which, is San Francisco themed. Now it's San Francisco themed from Baymax, Big Hero 6. So, a little bit of a change. This isn't too crazy. It's more of an overlay.
Yeah.
So, and the music's different. But other than that, the food, pretty much the same. They changed the Karl Strauss cart from, it used to be a cart there, to now like a little booth over here. But looks like I'm going to grab myself a beer. Alright, so we're here at Karl Strauss. I ended up getting the 70th anniversary IPA. I used to be more of an IPA drinker back in the day. Before, I think might be allergic. I think I have an allergy.
Or at least sensitive to it.
Because I get really red drinking it, but I really wanted to try this one out. It smells very hoppy. I love it. Yeah, let's do a little sip here. A little sippy sip. Oh, that's tasty. The hops are very upfront, very bitter. But it's got a little bit of a pine fruitiness to it. So if you're an IPA drinker, this is a very strong IPA, very good.
I can smell it all the way over here.
Yeah, it's very good. I like this a lot. So if you're not a beer drinker, you're not a craft beer drinker or an IPA drinker, I would completely stay away from it. But if you are a fan of IPAs, it's very good. Brewski. We continue on here, crossing the Golden Gate Bridge. And if you look to your left, you still have Mickey's, the formerly Mickey's Fun Wheel, now Pixar Pal Round. This whole area right here is pretty much, aside from the buildings across, obviously, Pacific Wharf, the old Pacific Wharf, have nothing really changed here. It's all pretty much the same. When we come back, I'll show you some stuff that's changed in that area there, but this whole center area has kind of stayed pretty much the same. Nothing's really changed. Little Mermaid got added on later. That used to be a Whoopi Goldberg attraction. Do you know the Whoopi Goldberg had an attraction?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, she had an attraction. It was more of a show where it would tell you about California. It was like California Dreaming or Golden Dream or Golden Shower. I don't know, something like that. But it was called something like that. So yeah, that's what that was. And then if you walk more forward that way, all the way to about where the jumping jellyfish are at, that's all pretty much the same. Goofy Sky School used to be Mulholland Madness. This part of the park right here is the most obvious part of the park, where you realize that they really did not have much of a budget for original California Adventure. Reason being, the Zephyr, kind of off-the-shelf attraction, jumping jellyfish, the Maliboomer, which was on the other side where Emotional Whirlwind is now, was just your basic NS shot tower, and then a standard Wild Mouse, like, and the swings. Yeah, that's just as cookie cutter as it gets with amusement attractions. So Intamin did a good job with Incredicoaster, California Screaming prior to that, and then obviously the Fun Wheel, very, very beautiful, iconic part of this park. This is probably the most iconic part of the park here. Most of the people's vacation photos are taken in front of this Ferris wheel. But if we head on this way, we're gonna get to what is coming now, which will be Coco, the water boat, the boat attraction. So I'm pretty excited for that. However, there is, when I said Monsters Inc. wasn't the only thing going away, I will explain what I meant by that when we head over to where Coco's entrance is supposed to be going. I'm standing in front of what is eventually going to become the entrance to Coco. Now, this is why I said that Monsters Inc. might not be the only thing going away. This is the end of the parade route for DCA. Most of that wrapped around to behind Incredicoaster is going to be the actual Coco attraction. It'll no longer going to be able to do parades. So we'll see. It's a wait and see. I still think they can probably pull it off somehow. But again, this is the end of the parade route here, and this is where Coco's entrance is supposed to be. Also, that brings us to the Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta. My assumption is going to get turned into a Mexican restaurant, some type of Coco themed area here, because I don't know if you just build a ride and just kind of leave it. I feel like this is prime location to build a Coco restaurant or a Coco themed area, more than just a ride. Again, another wait and see, but this is going to be the next big, huge, massive change to DCA. And yeah, I'm excited for it, don't get me wrong, but parades going away is a concern for most people. Paradise Pier, now it was rethemed to Pixar Pier. I think they did a good job. I mean, it's still got the same vibe as the original, but you're able to add your IP and get your merch sold.
Yeah.
So that's
all the Pixar.
Yeah, all of it. Although in 2009, the at the time California Screamin' got a music overlay which had the Red Hot Chili Peppers all around the world as the song you would go around the track to. The best. So much fun. Still my favorite iteration of that ride. As World of Color goes on, there's also been a handful of iterations of that show. I think my favorite one, though, was the one with during the 60th anniversary of Disneyland 10 years ago. This has always been here. They changed it, they rethemed it to San Francisco, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Always made bread here. But here at Ghirardelli, that used to be a Mission Tortilla factory. And you would do a walkthrough and they would show you how they made Mission tortillas. Now, as a person who grew up in a Mexican household, I didn't need them to tell me how to make tortillas. I knew that. In fact, I could have told them a couple of things. You know, I could have taught them some lessons. Yeah, I'm like, well, I don't know about that. You know, but anyway, yeah. So that's changed. Ghirardelli used to be Mission Tortilla. This used to be, I think, La Brea Bread Company. And now they rethemed it to San Francisco. But you still go in there during operating hours and get a free piece of bread. You used to also give you tortilla. So if you had brought some cheese and it was a hot enough day, you got yourself some quesadillas, baby. Okay, so the final part of the park that we got to cover is Grizzly Peak, which has not changed much since the park has opened. However, it did absorb an old land called Condor Flats, which was like an airport-themed land which houses Soarin' and Smoke Jumper's Grill. Smoke Jumper's Grill actually used to be called Taste Pilot's Grill. This was all rethemed later on to match the aesthetic of Grizzly Peak, and I think it's really nice looking. Anyway, that'll be the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next.